Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time. I usually have like a really planned out commentary, like bullet points and topics that really fit the gameplay length and stuff like that. This time I thought I'd just chat, just hang out, talk to you guys. So I did want to make a quick note about the gameplay. The typical model in the COD community is to find some really bad players, just keep switching lobbies again and again until you get a horrible group of guys and then go like 30-2 against them. But I'd play a little different. I just play whoever I get, and I usually stay in the same lobby all night. It's not really productive for getting gameplays, but whatever. There's a couple of good players in here. I think 2 of them are 12th prestige, which implies they've got a lot of game time and probably some talent. But whatever. If you really care about the gameplay, then you're probably new around here. So, back on topic. So yesterday I put a PC together, and it was, there were like a couple things that made me feel really good. One thing that was super cool was my wife. I love my wife. I'm really quite fond of her. Seriously. There was a moment there in the middle where I was kind of worn out, maybe low on food. I don't know. I just wasn't sure how it was going, and we weren't very close to being done. And she switched. She took over the driver's seat, and she installed the hard drives. There were 4 hard drives. There's 3 like hard disk drives and then a solid state drive. And she got all those installed and figured out how they fit in the bay, and stupid Woody. And it was really cool. And I was sitting there really appreciative, knowing that putting together computers isn't really her thing. But she could see that I needed a little bit of a break and gave it to me, and it was really cool. And then, of course, she operated the camera, which also isn't her thing. But, she's really supportive, and she wants me to be successful, and, kind of recognizes that, when one person's successful, they're both successful. And then hopefully I reciprocate that properly. But I did not even know I was in danger from the helicopter right there. But she's a good woman, and that's cool. There were people in the stream just really, really impressed with, what she brought to the table. And it was just like watching, I guess, a girl put together a new PC was nice. But what was neat to me about it wasn't so much that she's a girl putting together a PC. It was how willing she was to, I don't know, endure something that wasn't really her cup of tea to help me out because she knew that I needed it. That's what I liked. What else? Someone in the comments wrote something that caught my attention too, based on yesterday's PC build. And he was like, Woody, how do you keep your cool with Colin? Like, there are times when I can see that he's clearly annoying you, yet, you're still like, the pleasant father that, everybody wants to be all the time. And there's 2 parts to that. One, of course, is I'm not as perfect as you probably think I am. Everybody makes mistakes in parenting. It's just impossible to go that long and not make any. And the other thing is, like, I keep in the back of my mind how huge parenting mistakes can be, right? Like, as a dad, you know what you are. Just what a regular jackass you are. But as a kid, like, sometimes your parents' impression of you or their words can sting and last for decades, and I'm super conscious of that. Like, if you just bat some kid off and in essence tell him I don't love you, right? You wouldn't use those words, that would be crazy. But if you just, I don't have time for you right now, knock it off, I don't want this, that kind of push away non-love type stuff, sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it'll sting and sit there and eat away at you for a long time. And I guess I just keep in my head, like, what, think before you talk, because you don't know, this might be that magic thing that you say that sticks with a kid that you don't want to stick with a kid. I remember in my own family, it was nothing in hindsight, but my father kept a calendar of all his meetings. He's an accountant, and I think he had something on my birthday, and I like scratched it out or something like that because I wanted him. It was like, we're gonna have my birthday party that night, and he was really upset that I would modify or mess with his work calendar, and I can understand where he's coming from. And but for me, I was really upset that he didn't prioritize me over some meeting with a client. And it wasn't that he wouldn't do that. It was just, it's not my place to sit there and change a professional's business appointments. But it was one of those things, right or wrong, that like burned into my head. Like, my father just prioritized work over me. And it made me super conscious of the fact that that can happen, that you don't know which one of your words is going to stick with a kid. So, try and choose them carefully. That's basically what I was saying. And, for the guy that asked me how I do it all the time, well, I just do it the most I can. Nobody's perfect all the time. But like today, I took Colin out to lunch as sort of some like father-son time. And he sits there and he looks at me with these big, adorable eyes. And it's just so clear that he really loves me. It's, he's super fond of me. And after we went to lunch together, we have like a swing set, like monkey bars in the backyard. And I was going to hop on my new computer and set up the RAID array and install some new software and stuff like that. And he's like, Dad, do you want to fix the monkey bars? And it was just like, man, he's been waiting for me to fix those for weeks now. I can't prioritize me over him. He's been waiting too long. And I just put that computer together yesterday. It'll be here tonight. So we went in the backyard and did a little construction project and fixed the monkey bars as a team. And I hope that someday he looks back on that and says, he was a good dad. Like when he issues his little parental report card, I hope that he thinks I did a good job. So I don't even know how I got on this topic. I'm just rambling. I hope you enjoyed the video. And here's your outro. If you liked today's video, I always appreciate it when you click like. And if you're new around here and you liked it, you can click subscribe in the top blue box. Have a good day.